why did you decide to run? As you said, you haven't run for office before, you've been behind the scenes.
Right. Well, I've been, like you said, behind the scenes for a number of years, helping other campaigns, and some successful, some not. And I learned a lot from those. And I've been coming to the board meetings for about 6 years on a regular basis, as much as I could possibly come. And I've seen some things that I felt need to be addressed. And some of the votes that were being done by, the District 3 representative, I didn't agree with. And I know a lot of people didn't agree with. And you see that in the chatter on, Facebook and all the other social media outlets. So you see a lot of that. So I just come here for myself so I can hear what's going on, I can understand what's going on, and the nuances of being in the room is far different than what you see online and far different than third or second, fourth hand from somebody else. So you have to be present to understand what's really going on. And so that's why I personally come here. I want to hear what's going on and see the government for the people in action. And that's what I've been doing for a number of years now. So I like coming here and watching and seeing what's going on to understand what's going on. And I agree with the way the current board is going, and the majority of the board. I agree with that. I'm a conservative. I'm 7th generation Shasta County. My family's been here before California was a state. And so we're deeply rooted. And so I grew up in McArthur, which is a small town up in northeastern Shasta County. And so I love it here. My wife and I left here to go to college and university and did all that kind of stuff and worked for a number of years away from here, and then came back here about 22 years ago. And after our second child was born, and decided to raise our family here. With our family here, we already have family here in the Northstate, and we just wanted to be near family where we could, have the kids grow up with family and have all those relationships that are very important for children. So now they're grown adults, and I have the freedom to do it, so I'm going to do it.
What kind of direction do you see the county going in? Would you like to see the county go?
Well, more in a conservative manner. We've got a lot of stuff going on out there that nobody seems to have answers to, and I would like to get some of the answers, good, bad, or indifferent. I'd like to get the answers. I want to hear what's going on. I want to understand better what's going on. We get a little bit of it every once in a while in the boardroom as a community. We get to hear stuff, but then a lot of things are dealt with in closed session. And so it's nice to know what's really going on so that we as the citizens can support or fight against whatever the message might be put out there. I like to be on the winning side, and I believe Shasta County is on the winning side, and we just need to make sure that we're working that direction and doing everything we can for everybody in the county.
Could you give me some examples of what you'd like to see more of, and maybe what you're disagreeing with the incumbent right now?
Well, some of the votes. Well, the first thing, when the board majority voted to have the county allow permit-carrying citizens of Shasta County for 2A permits to be able to go into the county buildings and the county employees to do the same. I was a county employee for 8.5 years. I worked at the assessor's office for 8.5 years as an appraiser. I worked in the rural area of District 3. And I ran across some marijuana grows and meth labs. I've had guns pointed at me, and I didn't have my gun with me. So I am a concealed carry permit holder. I have been for a number of years, and I was not allowed to carry that when I was working in the county. Not in the county building and not in the county rig and doing county business. And so if something would have happened out there, who knows what would have happened. But I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission from the grave. So that's where I'm coming from.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Well, I'm asking for more support. I have a lot of great support from people. I'm putting out and have been having town halls. I had a town hall in Palisadro last week. It was really well attended. A lot of similar faces or familiar faces, and then a lot of new faces asking really good questions. And to me, a town hall is where you go in and you introduce yourself, you talk about what you're going to do and so forth, and then you open it up for discussion. A forum is when you stand there next to your opposition and you have question and answer period on the same questions, which I've done that too. We did that in McArthur. A debate is when you get to challenge each other. We haven't had debates in Shasta County for a number of years. And I used to be part of a group that no longer exists that we used to do that on a regular basis. And so we're not having debates anymore for some reason, and then the forums aren't always well attended, and they haven't been by the majority. Myself and one of the opposition did attend one in McArthur, but the incumbent failed to show. So that, I don't know if that tells you what they think of the area or what they think of the district, but that's very important to do. It's important to show up. You have to show up. You have to be present. And you have to show people what you're really about and answer questions. And I'm willing to do that, and I do it on a regular basis. And as you and I discussed earlier, I've been doing that a lot because of emails, calls, text, you name it. It's been coming in hard and fast. And just putting it out there and letting people know. And I will have another town hall in Bernie next Friday, and then I'm looking to have another one here in Reading probably the week after that.
So you'd like to have debates?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because then we can talk about voting record. We can talk about all those things. We can talk about everything that's really important to not just District 3, but the entire county. And I want people to remember too, you know, yes, 1 out of 5 is really important on that board because you have 20% of the vote for whatever the issues may be that come up for countywide issues. And it only takes 3 to make it happen, but it'd be really nice to have the majority of the board going in the right direction and voting properly and making sure things are clean and accountable.
Thank you.
You're welcome.